Hey, Jessica.
Hey, Brad. Welcome to myFM.
Hey, you're welcome.
So you've played hard in the NFL, which I'm sure is very hard. But now the question is, how hard was playing Survivor?
Well, the Survivor portion was not hard at all. I in fact, enjoyed that very much. But playing against my wife, with whom I love more than I love myself, that was extremely hard, and it was very difficult for me to, as the game progressed, to make decisions to try to not injure her position on her tribe. So that got real difficult.
Yes, I bet. Now, let's be honest. Were you expecting to be out of the game as early as you were?
Well, I don't think anybody goes into the game thinking they're going to, leave early. But if I had to bet money, I would have bet I would have been out before my wife.
Mm-hmm.
And quite frankly, I was at certain points in the game, I was very nervous that their tribe would get rid of her to try to get rid of me, and I was worried about disconnecting her with certain alliances she would have, because, if we vote somebody out over here, they automatically think I'm the reason they've got voted out, i.e. when Rachel got voted out, Tyson immediately leaned over and blamed me for that, and then I started thinking, oh my God, he may be with Monica, but he may disconnect with her because of him being mad at me, when in fact it wasn't my decision to vote Rachel out, and it just kind of complicated everything.
Yeah, it didn't really take you long to take enemies in the game, which was strange because you obviously didn't act alone. Why was the blame placed on you and not anyone else on your tribe?
Yeah, you asked the two people that were the loudest, who had the least information.
Mm-hmm.
Candace, I didn't spend any time with before she started throwing stuff out and seemed to take it real personal. Marissa, I spent very little time with, maybe spoke 3 or 4 sentences with, not a matter of disliking her or not. It's just she didn't fit in with the tribe. It was unanimous that she went out, but yet, for whatever reason, she wanted to blame me for that action, and, it was unfortunate. A lot of the things that she was saying was illogical and incorrect, all of the things she was saying. So
yeah,
I got, because of the way the format was and because it was Redemption Island, the fact that they were saying it, the perception was that there was some truth to it, and the other tribe was seeing this, and there was really little I could do. I mean,
yeah.
Someone calls you an axe murderer, and you go, well, what are you talking about? I mean, it's stupid. Everybody else says, oh, he must be bad because she said he's an axe murderer.
Yeah. Now, Brad, you went to Survivor and you went to play, and I really admire that about you, but do you think back now and wonder what your game would have been like if you hadn't really taken a leadership role?
My downfall was not the leadership role, because there was no point in which my tribe planned on voting me out.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I got voted out was an 11th hour decision by a guy who got scared at the last minute. Caleb voted me out, or the girls had no standing in our tribe. They were just going along with whatever happened. And one of the girls was going home that night. So, of course, when Caleb switched and said, look, I'm going to vote for Brad, they jumped at the opportunity to save themselves. My mistake was not pulling Caleb aside earlier on and making him secure that I was not voting him. I wasn't voting him out that night, but he was insecure with that, and I took him for granted. But, by doing that, it was a bold move by him. It remains to be seen whether it was a smart move, because he was playing very much under the radar at that point, and by making that move that early, it put him on the radar, and the other tribe knew it too. I made it clear at Redemption Island that, look, the guy with the funny-looking shoes, funny-looking boots is a player.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sleep on him. So as far as the leadership role, I'm 44. I'm a parent of 3 children, 16, 14, and 12. The people on my tribe were 33, and one was 33, and the rest were in their 20s. I mean, I kind of was thrust into that role. I caught all the fish. I cleaned all the fish. I cooked all the fish. I fed everyone before I fed myself. I kept the fire going. I did a lot of the hunting and gathering type stuff, and that's just the way I am. So.
Yeah, it's too bad we couldn't
being a leader, we had a lot of fun. I mean, they're only showing a small portion of what went on. I mean, because you only have 42 minutes. I mean, that's 3 days' worth. We bellyache, laughed, and had a great time on the island. But because, I brought Caleb's name up because he was not connected to Monica's tribe, and because of that, and because I took him for granted, is why I went home, not because of any leadership role I took.
Yeah. So you get voted out, and you were sent to Redemption Island. Unfortunately, you couldn't pull through in the challenge. Was it hard to walk off and see your wife, Monica, left behind?
No, I was thrilled to death that she was left behind. I mean, you know. Well, I mean, the whole reason I was there was to give her a chance to play.
Yeah.
And I was a little worried that what was happening to me on Redemption Island, as far as everybody throwing all the vitriol and hate my way, that it would, you know, rub off on her. So quite the opposite. She was playing really strong, was very secure in her tribe. I was thrilled to death to kind of like not be a burden or an anchor in her in any way. So I was happy to see. I was happy that she got a chance to play. She got voted off early the last time she played through no fault of her own. And, you know, I went on to kind of be a shield to her, but with all the stuff that was happening, I didn't know if my positioning wasn't jeopardizing hers. So while I went off, you know, she stayed and she's playing great. You know, I'm more like I'm still on. As long as she's there, I'm still there.
That's right. And as it stands right now, it looks like she's sitting pretty over on Survivor. So that is good. Good news for you, right?
Well, I'll tell you this. If there was ill will towards me from the tribe that I was on, they would carry it over to her. Mm-hmm. So we'll see, you know, how well she does in regards to getting relationships with people on my tribe. If the people on my tribe hated me, they won't like her.
Yeah.
But if they all embrace me and like me, then they're going to do the same to her. So let's see how it all spins out to see whether or not I was successful on my tribe or not.
There we go. So it will be an interesting rest of the season. And Brad, we did see you a lot on this season, so I think you will be one of those players that will be remembered. So thank you for that.
Thank you for having me.
And thanks for joining me today, and good luck with whatever else comes next.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.